No awareness. None.
And
Zero.
just what they didn't need as Jude.
No awareness. No awareness whatsoever. Just when you get excited about Zach Wilson, right? He makes a couple of throws. He leads a drive down the field, right? When he absolutely has to, right? Like he doesn't do that the whole game, and then late in the fourth quarter, he's got to put a drive together. Like, where have I seen this story before? Ah, yes, last year. The same shit with Zach Wilson. It's the same shit.
Done. Makes the big play that may just win the game for the Patriots.
Man-to-man coverage, they're all right there. Someone's got to win for the Patriots for them to get this first.
Out of the gun. Jones looks right, tosses it up, and no flag. And they saved, of course, a timeout because of the incompletion. And now the rookie Behringer.
And the Patriots here, like I said, totally unimpressive. They give the Jets another shot at it.
Gibson waiting for something to open. And he's out of bounds on the Jets sideline.
And you get a solid punt return. Good field position, right? Okay, Zach Wilson, now it's on to you.
Wilson, again, they protect him. That's going nowhere.
4th and fucking 10, and he checks the ball down on a 2-yard out. Look, I'm not really going to talk about the Patriots a whole lot in this game because, truthfully, they're nothing about them is impressive except for the defense, right? Like it's a solid group. They've got some young players in there, and look, the Patriots are always going to, as long as a Belichick is coaching the team, they're probably going to be a pretty good defensive team. Their offense stinks. I don't like Mac Jones. I don't like anything about it. I don't care about the weather. The Patriot offense isn't any good. So whatever. It just is what it is with them. The biggest thing in this game is the Jets have a serious problem. You as a coaching staff, you run a very real risk here of losing the locker room entirely because this team as a whole is ready to contend. It was put together to contend this year, right? And you have the near tragedy basically with Aaron Rodgers going out, right? And it's all on Zach Wilson's shoulders now. But he's proven. I mean, it's just and the coaches did their thing. Well, we believe in Zach Wilson. We believe he's a completely different guy, and this and that and the other thing. And then he shows up on the field and he shows that he's the exact same guy. There's nothing different about Zach Wilson when the bullets are flying and he takes the field and it's for real. Like it's the same old Zach Wilson. He can't play the position. And you have a whole group of guys in that locker room who can play their positions. And he can't play his. And they're in a position to win games and contend. And the more you get up in front of a microphone as the Jets head coach and say, we're rolling with Zach Wilson, that he gives us the best chance to win. What are you, nuts? You out of your mind? That's insane. You run the risk of losing your locker room. And I like Saleh. I'm a 49er fan. I like Saleh. He's my guy. He's my defensive coordinator. I loved him. But you can't do that. And you can't do that in New York, much less. You can't get up there in front of a podium and say, Zach Wilson is going to be our starter. They have not handled this properly. Like it's apparent. It's clear that Zach Wilson cannot play the position. What they should have done is the minute Aaron Rodgers went down and they knew he was going to be out, they should have been running the gamut, bringing in somebody established that they could bring in and get acclimated for a few weeks and then start him. Because it's quite clear that Zach Wilson cannot run this offense. He can't play. He's not the future. He's not any of that. You need to, and this team is built to win. It is constructed to break the mold. The Jets are now taking that step, but they won't with Zach Wilson. And every day that goes by that they don't address the quarterback position, they are wasting time. And those players in that locker room are eventually the more you roll Zach Wilson out there, the greater the risk you run of just completely tuning out the coaching staff, and then you got a real problem. You can address the Zach Wilson issue isolated onto itself, and save the season. But if you don't, you run the risk of a much bigger problem, an organizational issue where the group of players tunes out the coaching staff, and then you've got to make decisions. He can't play. I'm sorry, Zach Wilson can't play. And the Jets are going to lose as long as Zach Wilson's the starter.